Okay, I'm gonna try and give you guys a little help with Visio. I'm not an expert, but hopefully this will help you out, Sean and others. I'm using Visio 2010, the beta version, which you can download for free. I know Keenan's using it. I actually switched from 2007. This one seems to be a little bit easier to use. So I've opened up the program. We're in the File tab. You have these template categories. We're going to click on Software and Database. We'll actually double click on that. And we're going to do a data flow model diagram, or DFD. So we're going to click on that, click the Create button. We now have a blank sheet for us to work on. Let me move this over so that we don't see my little recording device. Um, it goes ahead and opens up this gain Sarsen objects or things for us. I'm going to use a couple different things. So I'm going to go to the search right here, and I'm going to search for shapes. The first one I'm going to search for is what's called a divided process. So I've got that. You can type it in there, click the little search button. Visio will go ahead and search for shapes for us. When it comes up, what we're going to use this divided process 2. So I'm going to click on that, drag it, drop it onto the center of my page. The next thing that I'm going to search for is something that's called an external interactor. Um, with the diagrams that we've been doing, this would be, I guess, for the New Century Health Clinic, this would be like the doctor or staff or patient. Um, it's basically it's an external interactor, so we're going to select that, click the search button again. We'll just pick this external interactor right here, drag and drop it onto our page. We'll go back to the Gain Sarsen images here. We'll go ahead and we'll select data flow, click and drag. We're going to connect it to a connection point. You can see how it turns red when the end of the arrow connects. In this case, we're going to have the arrow going from the external interactor to the divided process. So once it's connected like this, I'm going to let go of the cursor. Then we're going to grab the end of the arrow, and we're going to drag it down to our process, and you'll see it comes up and says glued to connection point. You'll see the little red box that appears. I'm going to go ahead and let go. So now we have the arrow going from our external interactor to our divided process. Let's go ahead and zoom in so that we can see a little bit better. Zoom in a little bit more. So on our external interactor, where the arrow is connected, it's a little red square, white in the center. Where it's connected to our divided process, red square, and it's a solid. Um, we can add, if I click on the divided process, what I did is I connected it from a connection point to a connection point. There are only a limited number of connection points on each um, object. So sometimes what you need to do is add additional connection points. What you do is you select the object that you want. On the Home tab in Visio 2010, we'll go over, it's near where it says Pointer Tool Connector Text. It's a little blue X, which is the connection point tool. We'll click on that. I'm going to bring it down, and I'm actually going to zoom in even closer so we can see even better. On this object, you can see there's a connection point here, a connection point here, a connection point here, and a connection point here. So we only have 4 connection points. Well, if we have more than 4 things, it's going to get a little messy. So what you want to do is we've used our connector, or we've selected our connector tool. We're going to press and hold the control button. We'll line up the cursor on the edge of our divided process. Click. Let's try that again. Click. And now we've added a new connector point. There's a red X. We'll come down here. We're going to add another one here. We'll add one here. Add another one on the side. We'll add another one on the side. Um, we'll add up on top. So now we've added a bunch more connection points. Once you're done using the connector point tool, make sure you switch back to the pointer tool. So we'll go ahead and we'll select that. I'm going to zoom us back out a little bit. We'll go ahead and we'll take another external interactor, drag and drop it. Go back to the Gain Sarsen, pick a data flow, drag that. We're going to connect one end to a connection point, take the end of the arrow, and now you'll see as I get close, you'll see how all those connection points appear, even the ones we've added. So as soon as I touch it, you'll see it says glue to connection point, and you get a red indicator showing that you're touching an actual connection point. So we'll go ahead and we'll drop it over here. Now the beauty of using connection points, you can just drag the line and have it touch, but if I move my process, now all my connection points, all my lines stay connected, they move and resize with it. So hopefully that helps. If not, let me know, and I'll try and give you some more information. Thanks.